This is a 20-minute restorative practice, and you'll need a bolster or some pillows, a couple of blocks, and a blanket. And we're going to start on our backs. So give myself a little cushion for my head. So come into constructive rest. You'll be lying on your back, knees bent, feet on the floor. And let your attention drop back into all of the places where your body is touching down. Can you allow yourself to sink in even deeper? And then notice specifically where your pelvic bones are landing. So you could feel your sacrum, your SI joints, the joints on either side of the sacrum that connect your sacrum with your hip bones. How is the weight spread out across the back of your hips? And then we're going to start to rock the hips with the breath. So as you inhale, rock the hips forward. Your lower back will arch slightly off the floor and you'll rock more onto the front of your sacrum, the bottom of your sacrum. And then as you tip the hips back, your lower back might firm onto the ground and the top of your sacrum, the back of your sacrum will land on the ground. So the inhale, more of your tailbone reaches towards the ground, and then exhale, more of your lower back. So if you could picture your pelvis like a bowl, on the inhale, you're tipping that bowl forward and pouring whatever's inside of it out. And on the exhale, you're tipping the bowl back, letting the contents kind of spill out over the front of your spine. So as your pelvis tips forward, the spot where your tailbone lands, you imagine that as 12 o'clock. There was a clock on the floor underneath your pelvis. As you tip forward, you touch 12 o'clock. And as you tip backwards, you touch 6. So inhaling to 12. And exhaling to 6. And maybe you find there's more ease moving towards the 12 than the 6, or vice versa. The next time you come to 12, we're going to start to circle the pelvis around the clock towards the 3, 6, 9, and back up to 12. So you're circling around the clock. See if you can use 1/2 of each breath to move through 1/4 of the clock. So maybe the inhale takes you from 6 to 9. Exhale, 9 to 12. Inhale, 12 to 3. And then exhale, 3 to 6. Can you picture the minutes on the clock? And can you move really specifically through each minute? Can you land on each minute? There are going to be chunks of minutes where it's harder for your body to move into. And you might notice that you kind of speed up to skip through those parts that are harder to make a connection to. And so see if instead you can really slow it down and encourage your body to differentiate between those little areas that feel maybe a little bit stuck or a bit unknown, a bit harder to reach. The next time you come back up to 6, go ahead and change directions, moving 6 to 3 to 12. Where is the effort coming from to make this action happen? And can you do a little less with your legs? You do a little less with your butt. The next time you come forward to 12, go ahead and pause, and then we'll exhale and just rock back to 6. Inhale to 12. Rock back to 6. Inhale almost to 12. Exhale almost back to 6, just making the movement smaller and smaller until you rock yourself back to neutral. And notice how your pelvis lands. And extend your left leg down your mat. And feel for sliding that left leg further away from you, along the front side of the leg, from the front of the hip all the way down to the front ankle. The inseam of the leg from the groin through the inner arch. The back side of the leg from the tailbone, from the left sit bone rather, all the way down into the heel. And then the outer seam of the leg, outer hip to outer ankle. And you might notice the connections from that left leg up into the abdomen. Feel it right along the left side of the spine, maybe into low back. Keep that left leg reaching forward and hug your right knee in. Take the knee out a little wider towards right armpit. And we're gonna grab your bolster. Bring it along the left side of the body. And then we're gonna bring that right knee across. And straighten out your left side. Get that right knee set up right on the bolster. And then we'll lie back for a twist. Making as many adjustments as you need to make so that you don't have to work so hard to keep your body in this position. So you can really let that right leg go. It might feel nice to have a bit more support under the back of the head. I'm just gonna roll my blanket up. Bring it right under the neck. Let yourself land. Where does the ground hold you? And can you allow yourself to give in to that support? Follow your next breath to the bottom of your exhale. And then on inhale, bring that right knee back into the chest. And release the right foot down. Bring the left foot to meet it and come into constructive rest. Extend the right leg down your mat and start to lengthen it out again. All sides of the leg reaching forward. Feel that back side of the leg sliding along the floor away from you. And notice what it drags with it. Can you feel a tug up into the belly, into the back? Our legs start really up inside the rib cage. Can you feel connections sliding from right underneath that right lung all the way down into the foot? And then we'll hold the left knee. Keep reaching that right leg long. You take the left knee a little wider. Move the bolster to the other side. And then we'll do the same supported twist. Taking the first few moments of each pose just to really let your body land. And then just notice we're a few poses into practice. Is it easy to be here? Are you distracting yourself with a story or planning the rest of your day? How can you be here to witness your practice, to witness your body in this practice? Showing up for yourself like you would show up for a friend. Being fully present. And it's not easy. So you're going to get distracted, and then the whole job of it is just to notice, oh, I'm not here. I'm not here. Let's come back. And that process of coming back could be feeling again into all of the areas where the ground holds your body. Coming back could be refocusing on your breath. It's not easy to be here if you're going through a period of your life where you're grieving, where you're struggling, where there's anxiety or stress. It's hard to want to be there with that. when you can be a witness for the tough stuff, your nervous system knows. Your nervous system knows. That support registers. Follow your next exhale to the bottom of your breath. And then we'll inhale. Bring that left knee back in. Constructive rest. And then we'll set up for our final pose. Supported Supta Baddha Konasana. And so you might like some height underneath your bolster. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together and knees wide. So you can take a blanket and roll it up. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. The blanket's going to go underneath the feet. Over the feet, underneath the ankles. So under the ankle is going to hold the legs. If that doesn't feel like enough support, you can put pillows under here, blocks, to keep a blanket handy to cover up. And then lie back. And just see, is this enough support? Is it, I feel a little too elevated actually. So you get to pick what feels right for your body today. It might not mean this is how you always do it. Let your arms rest. If you've elevated this bolster quite a bit and your arms are kind of hanging, go ahead and put some blankets or pillows underneath your forearms and elbows so you have that support. Feel into where the back of the body is held. And then imagine you could let the rest of your body, your bones, your tissue, your skin, gently settle back into the support of the backside of your body. As if your skeleton is a beautiful, intricate piece of jewelry resting in the velvet of your back. Let your belly soften and deepen. Release the weight of your head. Can you imagine the roots of your head and neck all around your heart? And so the more you can soften any of the tension right at the center of the chest, the more you can release through the neck and let the head go. Stay longer if you like. Or you can bring the knees together, maybe extend the legs out. Gently rock to one side and just press your way up to a seat. And wrap your chest in a hug. A moment, just fold forward. And then slowly roll yourself back up to a seat. Taking a moment. Thank you so much.